Boise's a special place, and the blue field, it means something to us.
Bryan Harsin grew up in Boise. He played quarterback for the Broncos in the late 90s. He was the offensive coordinator during Boise State's most memorable win against Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. In 7 seasons as head coach, Harsin went 76-24 with 3 Mountain West championships. But now he will take over at Auburn.
I think the fact that he was leaving maybe was not a surprise, considering he had been pretty vocal about some of his displeasure either with how the Mountain West views football or maybe the direction of the Boise State athletic department. So the fact that it was Auburn was surprising, but the fact that he left was not.
So now Boise State begins a national search for a new head coach, while at the same time needing to fill their vacant athletic director position.
I would not be surprised if they had someone in place maybe by the end of the year.
Immediately, several names jump out as a possibility to replace Harsin, highlighted by Andy Avalos, a 2-time all-conference performer for BSU as a player. He went on to be the Broncos' defensive coordinator and left after the 2018 season to become the defensive coordinator at Oregon.
The primary target should be, and likely will be, Andy Avalos. He knows the program. He has the energy that they need, that injection of something new.
Fans have thrown around names like Coach Pete, Dirk Cutter, and Kellen Moore, the current offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys and college football's winningest quarterback of all time.
You can't talk about coaching candidates without thinking about Kellen Moore. And I think Kellen Moore will be talked to. But the question is, he's never been a college coach. He's still relatively young in the NFL. So the transition might be not as smooth as you might assume.
There are many other coaches who have ties to Boise State, giving the Broncos several options as this process begins.
I think Jeff Choate, the head coach at Montana State, he will absolutely get a look. I think that guys with Boise State ties are obvious, and then you can look outside the program, and Jay Hill, the head coach at Weber State, has done a phenomenal job.
During Harsin's tenures, his players were active in the community. They didn't get in trouble very often, and they had a graduation success rate of 87%. But if you go on Twitter, it's easy to find fans who wanted Harsin out the door anyway.
SEC football is on another level, and I think there may be times that Harsin reacted to hearing what the public said, you know, his famous calling people twidiots and stuff. He's going to have a lot of control there, but he will not have the amount of control I think that he did here.
Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.